So today, what I want to talk about is using open chain shoulder exercises. Now, if you're in my mentorship group, you'll know that I'm not a massive fan of these exercises, that I do a whole lot of stuff where we're linking the fingertips, the elbow joint, and the shoulder, the rib cage, all working together rather than trying to isolate muscles. But if you are someone who uses the open chain version, that's fine. I respect that, okay? But what I want to do is just give you a tip today of how to, in my opinion, get more of a coordinated focus where we can still get a lot of rotator cuff. So with the sideline external rotation, I've used this in the past, hands down. You know, it helped. It's getting a lot of posterior delt as well. It's not a bad exercise. In this day and age, as I've started to look more at physiology and looking at muscle function and stuff, I'm going to change my approach slightly as I've moved on in my career, okay? But if you are doing this exercise, just one tip that I think makes a massive difference is, as Shane does this exercise, what you're going to see a lot of patients do is they'll extend the wrist, okay? So they'll lead a lot with the wrist. That's going to be one kind of cheat they'll do. Or the other one they'll do is they'll actually retract the shoulder blade, okay? So they'll get a lot of rhomboid doing this, okay? Rugby league players in particular have a big tendency to use the rhomboids instead, okay? Whereas when we look at tasks and real life tasks, one of the first things I want to do is I grab, okay, or I pick something up. To get that rotator cuff functioning coordinatively with the rest of the limb is my fingertips are going to be very important. Now we know from the research that when we grip something, the rotator cuff's going to fire, okay? We know that. So what I want to do is I want to take that research and try get the best out of this exercise. So what I want Shane to do is I want Shane's intention to start with the fingertips. So as Shane grips, and I haven't told Shane what I want him to do yet, so this is live here in terms of coaching him. Hold it here, Shane. These fingertips that are gripping, I want you to lead the movement with those fingertips, okay? And you can see here now, it's going to feel very, very different to Shane. Okay, can you feel the difference? Yeah. What do you feel different?
It's a bit harder to do. I gotta get a bit of a shake now up to this point.
Okay, so we're taking away a lot of the cheats, but the intention here is we're getting the flexors coordinating with the deltoid and a lot of other tissues, okay? So it's a nice one when the intention happens from the fingertips, we're using the grip to the max of our capabilities, okay? A lot of people, when they're doing these exercises, the grip is passive. If you do it again for me, and go back to the old way of doing it, sorry, that's going to feel very easy to Shane because he's going to use a lot of wrist extensors, okay, and a lot of variations happening at the scap. Whereas when he does it like that, we're going to actually limit a lot of the kind of the cheats, so to speak, that he's going to use, okay? It's a very simple change, okay, but from my clinical experience, it makes a big difference into actually recruiting around here. Whether you put an EMG on it and you look at the difference, okay, I'll let someone else take care of that. But clinically, I think using the intention of the fingertips, it takes away a lot of the cheats that you're going to see, and hopefully it'll give you more clinical success, certainly like it did for me. If I ever feel like I do need to use something like this now, I'm very, very conscious of what's happening at the fingertips. Now with my mentorship, as I said, I'll use a lot of exercises where we're doing a lot with the hand pressures, integrating the hand, co-contraction at the elbow and the shoulder, really making sure that everything's doing its job, not just the rotator cuff. And I think vast majority of times when we get everything else right, the rotator cuff isn't actually a major issue. I think a lot of times the rotator cuff's getting bashed up because it's trying to do a whole lot of work for a lot bigger muscles, and there's a lot of force transmission issues that are happening before we even have to worry about the rotator cuff. So give that a tweak, or give that tweak a go, see how you feel. Happy to answer any questions, and let me know your thoughts after you give it a try.